guys, I'm going to be going through what to bring on a camping trek. Last summer, I was lucky enough to go on a trek through the southern states of America. It was run by the company Trek America and the trek was called the Southern Sun. Let's begin. A sleeping bag. Now I actually bought this in America because I initially wanted to go on the Southern BLT, which is exactly the same trek, but it's on budget lodging tours, so all like hotels and hostels, as opposed to camping and hotels. And it got cancelled, I think because there wasn't enough people, which is fine, but I really wanted to do another trek and I really wanted to do like the Grand Canyon and that in the Southern Sun. So I decided to book myself on the Southern Sun. And the one thing I needed to buy was a sleeping bag. Now I got one of these, it's $40 from Walmart, and it is a lifesaver. It's very compact and quite light, but it fitted in my hand luggage and you know, it was very portable and you can just hold it. And so bringing a portable sleeping bag as opposed to those big ones, or you can just buy it in America like I did. A watch. This is a solar panelled watch. It's very chunky, it's very Trek watch. It's got well time and it will never run out of battery, which I love. The only reason I'd say bring a watch is because you're camping and there are no clocks anywhere. And also you have to be back at a certain time and it's good to keep track. Maybe not necessarily this one, but I wouldn't bring like your Michael Kors or a nice watch because you are camping in and it will probably get ruined. Waterproof one is quite handy, but not necessary. A head torch. I got this from Walmart for $1. Was it $2? It was something like dirt cheap. And it's so handy when you're camping. You can use both hands instead of holding a torch. It's just so handy and it's so cheap. Although I did have two and one broke, but then it was only $1, so I can't really complain. But very handy to get. And if you can't find a head torch, bring a normal torch. I bought two because, well, one of my friends didn't have a torch, so she always nabbed one. But it's all, I don't know, I preferred my head torch, but if you can't find a head torch, a normal torch will do. Obviously just make sure it's portable and quite light and small. You just need some light in darkness. Yeah, man. Bring it on! A power bank for your phone mainly. There is sockets in the car. I mean, like, you know, the cigarette socket, but there's only two, one for the driver and one at the back. So if you're with a lot of people, like 15 people, it may be difficult to charge your phone, and they are limited charging points. So whenever there is a charging point, I charge up my power bank as a backup so that if your phone dies, you have a backup. Yes. Yeah, there are limited sockets around, which is a bit of a pain. That's why I also advise to get a watch, because like me, I use my phone for the time, but obviously as soon as you look at your phone, your battery just dies, like drains like nothing else. So power bank is key, preferably a bigger one, but I know some people had the really like square, well, rectangle big ones, but they are quite heavy, but they do hold more charge, whilst mine holds 3 charges, which is still pretty good, but because it's quite old now, it's sort of dying a little bit. Might need to invest in a new power bank. A water bottle. Now this is mine. It is massive. I'll give you that, it's massive. But like, it's just so handy, I'm like. So I went to Zion with camp. It's got the re-entry pass. I got this because I worked in a summer camp beforehand, and this was so handy because in America it gets so hot during the summer and it just lasted, like, I still had to fill this up like 3 times. And yeah, it is quite heavy, but then it does come with a handle, and if you tighten it up, it doesn't leak. And when you're on a long car journey, so when we went, was that a plane? For example, when we went from Amarillo to Austin, it was a 9-hour journey and it's still in the same state. Like, how this was an absolute godsend. People actually borrowed water from me. I say borrowed, I didn't really want it back. They just took the water from me. But it's very handy because you can just fill it all the way up and it will last you a good while, as opposed to a smaller water bottle. Buy a pillow. I wouldn't suggest bring in one because they're quite big. But when we went to Walmart our first trip, a few people got a pillow that was $4 and they said it made a big difference. I had one of those mini pillows and I had very bad neck pain, and because I camped and I'm not a camper, because I got back pain as well, just so many issues, I decided to invest in a pillow, and it was the best decision I made. I wouldn't suggest bringing it, but buying it, like $4 is nothing. There was a cheaper one for like $2, but it wasn't as, it was quite soft and not a lot of material in there, so I would invest in the extra $2 to get a better pillow, and it's so worth it. And then you can just give it to your trek leader at the end, and they give it to like a homeless person, or they keep it for other people on the tour for next time. Not really sure what they do with it, but that's what we all did, and it was so good for comfort as well, guys. And that's the end of my objects, things that I could have thought of. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe below if you haven't done so already, and I shall see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.